Welcome everybody to Changing of the Hip Hop Guards podcast.
Yo, we live, right? We live?
No, live.
Oh shit!
No, we're not live. We live in the building, but we're not live. I'm your host, the journalist Sincere. It's my partner, Uncle E. And tonight we have producer, MC, collector, Renaissance man, Jazzsoon. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me, man.
Nice.
Definitely. We want to get to know you from beginning to end. We want to take it back and then all the way up to what you have going on in 2022. For those who may not be familiar, may have forgotten about Jazzsoon, can you tell us where you were born and raised?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm originally from Park Slope. I'm from 9th Street between 4th and 5th. Like I was telling my man, Park Slope is the baby stroller capital of the United States right now. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that back in the days, but hey, that's what it is now, man. Park Slope is for the babies now.
No doubt. Take us back to a day in the life of Jazzsoon growing up. Let's take it back to, say, teenage years, New York.
All right, teenage years. I started off kind of young, man. I was like, typical. Like, you ever see that movie Kids?
Yep.
Well, kind of like that. But I'm from Brooklyn, so I got caught up, graffiti. I guess I started early on with graffiti. I was maybe like, I got my tag when I was like 11 or like that. I was just like that, some real dirtbag shit. You know what I mean? Some real early on, like hanging out with older people. Like I remember I was telling my man a story the other night, like. I used to break night at like 14 and shit, and I used to tell everybody I was like 18 because I had a beard and shit already, you know what I'm saying?
Jazz. I honestly, hold on, Jazz.
Break night a lot, and I would just be out doing all types of shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, basically.
Jazz.
But, yeah.
Honestly, man. If he didn't set this show off and I did, I was actually going to ask you, man, what was your inspiration and influence, as a young kid for your beard? Because you look like at 8 years old, you already had a full-blown beard.
I was full-blown. Bro, at like, bust this, right? I was buying the liquor at like 13 for the cats that was like 19. Nah, that's a true story. That's a true story.
I found out about you was because of your beard.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how I came across something, a picture, whatever. I'm like, this dude's beard, is that real? And I started digging and finding out, and I'm looking, and I'm like, this dude's beard is crazy.
I was in Cali. Bust this. I was in Cali, right? I was in Cali. Not the last time, but maybe around 5 years ago, right? And I forgot where I was going, man. I had stopped. I think it was a McDonald's or something. I wasn't going to eat there because I don't eat that shit. You know what I mean? But I got out and there was two dudes sitting on the corner, and my man was like, "Yo, man, is that a real beard?" And I'm like, yeah, it's a real beard, man. Like, come on, But I was early on with the facial hair, Like I was real early on, like the shit connected at my shit was fully connected at like 14, Yeah, I was early on with the beard, man,
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
Where you from? What's your nationality, if you don't mind?
Oh man, I'm all over the place, man. My mother's Cuban, and my father's Irish Italian.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So my bad, man. I kind of interrupted the flow about that, but so growing up in your teenage years though in Brooklyn. What was it like though? Yeah, and if you don't mind dating yourself, if you could give us a time, like a year more or less, just so we know what the environment was like around that time.
All right, it was great. It was great, man. I think about it all the time because it was it looked run down and shit. You remember how it looked, man. New York looked really run down. There was graffiti everywhere. Shit looked really old, you know? Shit looked really old. And I mean, just a typical day. Like I stopped going to school at like maybe like I stopped paying attention to school around maybe like 7th grade or some shit like that, right?
Okay.
So I remember like I got around 8th grade, I had got kicked out, man. So I mean, typical day is I would fucking watch Jenny Jones. I'd get up for shit. I'd watch Jenny Jones, fucking Ricky Lake, you know, and then, and
Richard
then, like,
Bay.
I don't know. I'd wait for somebody to like yell at me, you know, yo, Fergie, yo, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'll go out and we do all types of shit, you know, like we go to the weed spot on Franklin Ave. We go to Franklin Avenue, you know, Franklin Avenue, every other store was like a weed spot. You know, I even remember like going to Franklin Avenue like 7 in the morning and there was a line around the corner. Like, yeah, it was crazy, man. Yo, New York was crazy back in the day. But the thing is like, and then my father was, God bless his soul, man. My father was into a lot of wild shit and he would take me with him, you know? So from a really, really young person, I saw a lot of shit, you know?
Right.
But New York was beautiful, man. There was a certain type of energy in New York back in the day that it's not like that anymore, man. And I really think like I'll be thinking like the New York accent, like it's gonna become extinct one day. You know?
Right. Even the accent, hell
Yeah, you know, like I really think like that's just gonna become extinct one day because you hear how these kids talk, man. They don't talk like that, you know.
Right.
They'd be like, I'm going to get some coffee from Starbucks. You know what I mean? Caramel macchiatoed out and all of that, you know?
Yeah. That's very true though, man. Because right now you could go anywhere and people be like, "Oh, you must be from New York." But it's gonna probably come a certain time where it's gonna be like, "Where you from?"
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing of the past, man. That accent's gonna become a thing of the past one day, man. Yeah.
So would you say that graffiti was like your first encounter when it comes to hip hop?
Man, I can't even say that, man, because like, yo, man, I could tell you like from a young age, I hear cars outside playing Top Billing, and you know, just like growing up. I mean, I was a young kid like taping the radio. You know what I mean? And It wasn't like I didn't hear anybody talk about like the elements till like 1998 or some shit. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is an element? You know? I'm like, yo, what the fuck's an element? Like, you know?
You were just doing who were we talking to sincere that said that was what's his name? DR period. We were talking to him and he was just saying that it was just it was just a lifestyle. You just came out and you just did what you did. You didn't know.
Everybody was doing it. It was like not everybody, but it was like all the young kids were like into the same shit. You know, like.
Right.
What was some of your musical influences earlier on? I mean, some would put you talked about like, kids. I mean, were you into the punk rock scene? Did
not at all, man. Not at all. Like I was. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, like really, really young, I don't know, man. I used to listen to like doo-wop, right? Like I had a real quick like stint with it, man. And then my father gave me a Fisher Price, and I had to be like maybe like 6 or 7 years old, something like that, really young, right? And then my father gave me a Fisher Price with his 45s, and then I fucking Jungle Boogie, dog, by Kool and the Gang. Yo, I used to like put my ear to the joint, like in Jungle Boogie, dog, Jungle Boogie. But later on, like, what's crazy is as a kid, like that young, I remember hearing parts of the songs, like, damn, that part is ill. You know what I mean? And then later, like, look what I do now, you know? I look for parts, parts in a record, you know?
Right. Were you collecting earlier on, or did that come a little later?
I can't really. You know what, man? I gotta keep it funky with you. I really can't say. I would say I collect records, but I really can't call myself a collector because like I sell a lot of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't work a job.
Right.
You know, so all of this shit, like I sell this shit. You know? But like
So
the
you
records
flip
and shit I keep. Unless it's like some crazy shit. Like I just found this record last week and I got a couple dollars for it. You know, it was like a one of these like space jazz records, you know.
Okay.
And it didn't have a beat on it, so I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, if it got a beat on it, it could be $1 record. I'm gonna keep it because it got a beat on it. You know,
right. Okay.
But as far as like as rap, and we used to call it rap. You know,
Yeah.
we used to call it rap, and all of a sudden it's like, nah, rap and hip hop became two different things. Like I don't know when the fuck that happened, but hey, whatever, right? But you know, records that are big to me or like Tribe first two Tribe records, Breaking Atoms, Main Source, Ultramagnetic, Set G, you know what I mean? Like Set G production is really big to me. You know, Main Source, Large Professor, man, what else? Man, 45 King, Gangstar, you know, Gangstar, yo. I remember when Hard to Earn came out, man. Like I was like, cause on 9th Street there was a record store and the shit's still there. Right.
Wow.
And that's like one of my first jobs I ever had was at that store.
At that record store? Okay.
And he told me like when the tape was coming out. Cause you know, Mass Appeal came out and it was like that shit was really buzzing. That shit was big. That burp, 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 burp. Everybody was on that shit when it came out, you know?
Right.
And I remember like I would go there every day type shit. Cause I really didn't. He'd be like, "Yeah, it's coming out next week." I'd be there every day. Yo, the new Gangstar tape came out. It came out yet? You know, like shit like that. Like I remember these things. You know, like, and it's like really big to me. Those, you know, that type of shit's really big to me. You know.
So did you know at what point when you were growing up because you said like you know about school when you got to like about the 8th grade. Talked about right now, you know what I'm saying, as far as not really having a job. But at what point did you kind of decide, like, you know what, man, I don't really want to work for anybody. I love this, what I'm doing. Like, when did you make that decision?
So check it out, man. I'm glad you asked me that question, man, because around that time when I was around 14, maybe like 14, 15, and I was breaking night and you know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I remember going to sleep one night and I was scared, man, because I was like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like none of this shit, like I don't function well with all of this, you know, like all of the shit that I'm supposed to be doing. It does, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I used to go to school with my headphones and like get in trouble and shit like that. And they'd be putting me in the office and it just didn't, I didn't gel with that shit, you know? I was going to sleep like, damn, man, like, what am I going to do, yo? Because I was never the, you know, I never like fucked with no guns and nothing like that. Like I did boost, you know what I mean? Like I did boost from Macy's and shit like that. You know, that BFOs, Macy's, all of that shit. You know, like I did that a little bit, but I wasn't gonna try to like stick up a bank or some crazy next level shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just remember like I was going to sleep and I was scared. I was like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then look at me now, bro. Like I could tell you, bro, like I make everything happen, man, off of what I know. You know? I make everything happen off what I know, man. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. It took me a while to get to this point.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get to this point, man. You know, I was like I told you, man, I couldn't afford water. You know what I mean? I couldn't afford a bottle of water, you know?
Right.
Things are looking up for me right now, man. You know, and I mean, I don't need much. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not out here. I don't need to be whipping a Benz and all of this shit. Like, you know, like I don't need much.
Yeah. No, I got you. But you're doing what you love to do.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I get to wake up when I want to wake up.
Man,
You know,
this is inspiring for guys like me and you right
No,
now.
no, yeah, but you know, seriously, I mean, I'm asking out of curiosity, but also, you know why I'm asking, man? Because you said there was a point where you were kind of scared. You
I
know what
was
I mean?
petrified. Yeah.
But some people that, you know, being scared stops them from doing what they really want to do. So I'm kind, you know, it is inspiring me sincere. Like, you know, how do you you know, get over that fear?
There was nothing else for me to do, bro. Like,
Mhm.
that's it, man. It was just like my back was against the wall type shit, and there was like really nothing else for me to do. Like literally, bro. There was nothing else for me to do, man. You know what I mean? So
So
it
you
was just
figured it
like
out.
stick to this shit, you know, because and even my mother told me, yo, my mother, you know, my mother told me one day, bro. My mother was like, she's like, look, man, you she's like, you're not a regular person, like, so like you should just like stick to what you're doing, and you know what I mean. She's like, I support you, you know, like not support me like
No.
financially, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. The
I got your
decision.
back, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, type shit. And yeah, man, you know, like, you know, I know what $1,000 record looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know, you know, like I know a lot of, that's the thing. I know a lot of shit because I'm very passionate about all of this shit.
Mm.
I'm mad passionate about this shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I started collecting records when I was like 17. I'm 42.
Right,
You get
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this for a long time. You know,
Right.
like I didn't just jump out the fucking I didn't just jump out the shit yesterday and like, yo, I'm here now. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I've been putting in a lot of work for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like for years, you know. And it's like, I feel like I'm one of those kind of things that if you know, you know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So you go ahead. Go ahead.
take us back to the last day on the job and what was next for Jazzsoon after that.
Last day on the job. All right, y'all want to hear something? All right, all right. So like I was saying, shit was crazy in New York. Like my father was a wild out dude. Like you know, he got caught in the drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, God bless. I love my father to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect him 100% to the
Yeah,
utmost.
yeah.
But you know, him and my mother were going through a lot of things. So my mother moved to Alaska.
Oof.
Yeah, this taking a wild turn. yo, so bust this. So my mother moves us, my mother, and my sister. We moved to Alaska the year of the blizzard. Remember the
What?
blizzard? All
Yeah.
right, so we went from that blizzard to a fucking blizzard in Alaska. Oh, dog, man, we're gonna be here for a minute, bro.
It's
I'm
all
telling
right.
you, man, you got a good one. Y'all got a good one on your hands right now. So yeah, so all right, so bust it. So then I was just like, yo, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm like, yo, I'm telling my mom, like, yo, are you serious? You brought me to Alaska? Like, yo, I'm dead ass serious, bro. Like, you could ask my friends, you could ask anybody that knows me. You probably know a couple people that know. We probably have a couple people in common, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, so I get out there, bro, and I'm just bugging, dog. Like from from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
From New York,
Brooklyn.
from Brooklyn, New York, bro, in 1996 to Anchorage, Alaska.
Yo, so you're the reason why they say that Brooklyn is everywhere then.
Yo, facts. Yo, I got there, right? I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get to the whole last day of the job shit in a second. But when I get there, dog, yo, literally, bro, there was snow up to my chest, like on the street. It was next level, man. It was next level shit, man. Like, all right, so I wound up staying there 8 years, right? Okay, so boom, so I get back to New York 2003, 2004, right? And I was working at the Daily News out there. And I was just like, I was bugging out. I had cabin fever. Like, I was like, swear to you, bro, like full blown cabin fever. like bugging out, like hearing shit, like, you know, because in the winter out there, you only have like 4 hours of daylight.
Right.
Wigging out, son, wigging out,
Right.
wigging the fuck out. And and in my head, I'm still in New York. But I didn't leave. Like to the point to where when I got back home, my peoples picked me up and they're like, yo, they're like, yo, bro, nobody wears that shit no more. You look like you hit a time. Yo, bro, my man MC was like, yo, he's like, you look like you just came out of time machine, bro. Like, get out. Yo. So getting back to my last day at the job, I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I'm going back to New York, like, you know. And there was a whole bunch of other shit that was holding me back from, you know, I would come back every summer and shit. You know what I mean? But there was a couple things, I don't really want to get into it, but there was a couple things that was holding me back from being out there that long, from holding me back from coming back. And I just told myself, I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I just jetted back, you know. And I got back, and like that's when I like really started. Like, I remember I went and got a job at Key Food, right? Because my man was working at Key Food, and we was up at the deli, right? And that shit didn't last, man. I wound up calling him up like, yo, I was like, yo, I'm shitting blood right now. I called him. I'm like, yo, I'm shitting blood right now, and then. Yo, the dude, he's like, yeah, this kid say he can't come in. He's shitting blood. He tells everybody in Key Food. I'm like, damn, I could never go back to that motherfucker again. Key Food on Atlantic Avenue downtown. So yeah, man. So that kind of like started, you know, my journey, you know, and I was always pursuing, you know, the music, you know, ever since an early age. You know, I was always, like I said, man, I started digging at like maybe 16 or 17, you know, and then, yeah, like maybe a year after that, I started doing beats. You know, I started rhyming and doing beats like a year after looking for records. So, yeah, so that's just been with me for that long, you know, but, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, brother. Yeah. Alaska, man. Now, did you said just now you did kind of both the beats and rhyming around the same time?
Yeah.
Was there one that you preferred more than the other at that point?
Probably, I don't know, man, because I always had like this thing for the beats, man. But it was like there was both like. At the same time, I'll probably say like equally at the same time, you know, both probably equally at the same time. But there's something about the beats, man. Like I told you back when I was like a young kid with my father's 45s, like I would hear like small parts out of a record and not knowing, like I was just saying to myself, like, wow, yo, that little part. And I would like go back with the, you know what I mean? With the needle, like, yeah, man, like, and I could go off for days, man. Like, you know.
What were some of your influences when it came to the rhyming, though? Who you know? What were some of the artists that you were looking up to?
Oh,
you know,
man,
that really inspired your pen.
I wouldn't even say I have a pen, man. I really don't write rhymes. Like, I just I'll think of some shit. Like every rhyme I got, all these rhymes that I'm spitting, like it came from like me doing a beat. You know what I mean? And then getting on this machine right here, you know.
Okay.
You know, and just punching in, like doing. And I got mad tapes. I got mad tapes of that type of shit. I just think of 4 bars, and before you know, you got a 16-bar rhyme, right? And then you memorize that shit, and then you know, it's like it's your rhyme, you know, like. Yeah. I suck at writing. I can't write a rhyme to save my life, bro. For real.
Right.
Oh, guys.
You talked about coming back from Alaska, getting into production. What was some of your earliest equipment coming back home?
My first beat machine was the Boss Dr. Sampler 202. That was my first beat machine. And then I had the PT 2000 Gemini turntable, little Fugaga turntables, little, you know what I mean? Little bootleg jump offs, and then I got techniques. What matter of fact, the techniques I got right now are my man's. You know what I mean? Like he let me rock because he was like, yo. He's like, nah, I mean, he's like, yo, man. Like I forgot how I wound up getting these turntables, but I think my man was like moving or some shit. He needed like a place to store the turntables. Them turntables just became mine. And he was like, yo, man, you like way too into this, bro. Like, just keep the turntables, you know?
Nice.
And I was like, yo, good looking out, man, because you wasn't gonna get them back. You wasn't gonna get them back. Nah, man, shout to my man Tommy, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you talked about getting into music. What was the ultimate goal at that time? You know, placing your beats, being an MC. What was the ultimate goal during that time?
Man, really, man, I was all over the place, man. I couldn't tell you what the goal was, man. I'm all over the place still, you know, like
right.
I really ain't got a plan, man. I'm gonna just keep it funky with you, man. Like, you know, whatever I've done, man, I just fell into it, you know.
Right.
Like I fell into everything I've done, man. You know, like.
Did you have a mentor or anybody?
I had no fucking mentor, bro. And that I had I couldn't pay somebody to mentor me, man. Matter of fact, like I had somebody that I grew up with that used to tell me I was whack all the time. You know what he told me one time? He was like, yo, bro, he's like, you know who you are, yo? He's like, you like that dude on the basketball court that got the fresh new Jordan, you can't play ball. This is what this dude used to tell me all the time, right? And then maybe like years later, right? Years later, I played him some shit, and he was like, "Yo, man, I just want to tell you." He's like, "Yo, you've always been dope, but I was just telling you that so you know what I mean? So you could sharpen your shit, you know." Yo, he would tell me some foul shit. Yo, he'd come through. He'd be like, yo, what you doing? You making whack ass beats today, man? Like, yo, he'd be like, come on, man, let's get up out of here, man. You and these whack ass beats, man. He's like, yo, I know 10 motherfuckers that I'd love to have that machine right now, man. Yo, I swear to you, bro. I swear to you. Yeah, I swear to you. But that, yo. So that's what got my programming tight, you know?
Now, when would you say you finally said, "Damn, I guess I don't suck at making beats"? Like, you know, was it someone that heard one of your beats and wanted it, or you know, can you remember your first?
I still think I suck at making beats, but fucking, you know, a couple people that I looked up to have told me they fuck with me, so that was big to me, you know, like a couple people that I hold in high regard, like, have told me certain things that I'm like, oh shit, word, like, damn, get the fuck out of here, you know? So then I get some dope now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get some dope now.
Oh man, funny, bro.
Yo, I'm being honest, bro. I'm being totally honest, bro.
No doubt, man. You know what it is, bro? I from watching you, you know, because like I said, I've been following you for a little while now.
Right.
And we do have someone in common because Truth is my man.
Yeah. Shout out.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, I've been kind of watching. I'm like, yo, this dude is bugged out, man. Like, you look like he cool as hell. You funny. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm listening to you and it just matches up with everything that I've been seeing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but not in a good way, bro. Like,
thank you.
Great.
And some of the people that I see that you rock with, like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you just, it's from that time. You know what I mean? You come from that period of time and everything, man.
My whole thing is keeping that shit alive.
Yeah,
that's my whole shit. You know,
and I think that's what I love about it.
It's not. I'm not doing it to. I was doing this shit when it wasn't cool in the early 2000s when cats was making beats on keyboards, and I was still on this shit, and I'm gonna be on this shit till I'm dead.
Right.
Because this is who I am, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
this is what I do. There's nothing else. I can't, like I told you, like I was telling you before, like when I was younger, like there's nothing else for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There really isn't, man. You know, like there isn't, dog. There's like nothing else for me. Like it's either this or nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying, man, I was doing this type of shit. Like I came up in a fucked up era, man. You know, when I was in my 20s, this type of shit wasn't popping.
Yeah, no.
Now all of a sudden it's popping again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let's keep it funky, right? Like, what was going on? I turned 21 in 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was popping then, man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you didn't hear that type of shit wasn't popping, bro.
no.
Right.
You couldn't come go nowhere and play those kind of beats for somebody. Look at you like you got fucking 15 heads.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Before we get a little bit more into like the music that you've done and everything, since you're talking about the times, I just want to touch on, because we were talking about this before we started. Brooklyn, Park Slope, you know what I mean? And you were telling me about how you had to move out of there,
Yeah.
because of all the stuff that's going on with the gentrification.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on that because
yeah,
you know,
I'm a big part of gentrification, man. You know what I'm saying? I got caught in the whole shit, you know, like I went through 2 years of going back and forth to fucking court. That shit took a lot out of my life, man. I spent about $8,000, you know, to keep the apartment that I grew up in. And I mean, the way I look at it is like they were all in on it. Like the lawyer that I hired, it seemed like he was in their pocket, you know. And I got screwed over, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I got screwed over. You know, and then you know, I wound up getting kicked out of my apartment, you know, because like I was paying $600 a month, everybody else paying like 2 bands, you know.
right.
And but the way I look at it is like all these people come to New York for people like me, you know, for shit like the shit
to experience that.
Yeah, for that type of shit. But you want to kick us out and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you want to kick us out, bro. Like, yeah, man. I'm a product of that, man. I'm a product of that. I got screwed over, man. Just like a lot of other people, you know.
Right. So just want to give because you also said something that was interesting. We also were talking about how, you know, Power Rule, you know, his whole campaign, you know, with the leftovers and everything. And Jazzsoon was saying that his pops told him one day, you know, mentioned the same thing, like how we, you know, we're the leftovers. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like how
he told me, he's like, yo, bro, he's like, yo, you know what they call us, man? They call us the leftovers, bro.
Same shit, right? Same.
And see, yo, my father didn't hold his tongue for anything. Like he was like one of them. He was one of those guys, man. He was one of those. He was wild. He was wild, bro. He was wild. God bless his soul, man. He was wild, man. And like he would tell these people shit, like, you know what I mean? Like he lived next door. This dude moved in next door to him, and yo, they were always like clashing, bro, like always, because he was a pain in the ass. That dude, you know, that dude, he was like straight up a pain in the ass, you know. And I'm not saying all these people that have moved from different places to New York are total jerk offs, you know what I mean? Like there's cool people, because I mean, let's keep it funky, right? Everybody that came to New York from somewhere else
came from somewhere,
right?
Yeah.
Right. And that's been going on since way before us, you know, way before our parents, way before like our grandparents, right?
Right.
So you got to take that into consideration, but nah, like what's going down, yo, bro? I'm telling you, it costs. You know, they charge you if you're driving into the city. They charge you to come in and to leave.
Yeah.
Yo, they making, this is what's going on. And I don't want to get too deep into the, you know, Illuminati and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But fucking, yo, they making New York for the super rich, you know. And before you know it, bro, nobody like I said, man, the accent's gonna be extinct. That's gonna be like it's gonna be like some Mad Max shit. Not some Mad Max shit, but like you understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. That type of shit's gonna be done.
Right. Talk to us a little bit about Ivan Cash and how a chance encounter changed your life.
Yeah, man. I was walking to the city, man. Like I was that day I walked from like 34th Street to like, cause you do the city troop, you know what I mean? You do the city troop just to do the city troop, and then troop it back to Brooklyn or something, or to get on the train downtown, go back to Brooklyn. So I was doing the city troop early in the morning. So I got off at 34th and I'm walking towards I'm like right by Fat Beats, where Fat Beats used to be.
Okay.
Right. So I get towards like maybe a block away from the basketball courts. Right. I get like a block away from the basketball courts, and these two kids come up to me. and I'm like, they're like, yo, can we interview you real quick? And I'm like, yeah, what y'all doing? Y'all doing like some shit for school or something? I didn't know he was like an official, like, yo, the dude's official tissue, you know what I mean? Like he's ill with it, And they look mad young at the time. This is like close to like 10 years ago. And fucking, I'm like, yeah, you doing some shit for your school. You need some shit for your school. I got you. Give me the microphone. So I don't know. I guess they showed me there was like what's the last photo in your phone? And I just went to the spa. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, that's the last photo in my phone. So that shit went viral, right? That shit went stupid viral, right? And then they hit me back and they're like, yeah, can we just follow you around for a day? I'm like, yeah, come through. So they followed me around for a day. They put that shit out. That shit went viral. Then Mad TV motherfuckers started hitting me up. Then I had gotten a deal. I had signed papers with Discovery Channel. That shit didn't go down. Then I got a deal with MTV. And I got a deal with MTV and fucking we filmed the pilot. They paid me to film the pilot and all of that, but I didn't wind up getting the show. Like at the last minute of Viacom or some shit like that, like Time Warner bought Viacom or some shit like that. The person, this is what they told me, and it's official because I heard from other people that were dealing with the same situation. So the dude that was like head of everything, he switched the demographic to 14-year-old girls. Like, so that's what they were targeting. So my shit and a bunch of other shit just like was out the window. So I got a phone call one day, and yo, I was mad. I was so gassed, bro. Like, yo, I was so gassed at this time. So I can't even tell you the type of shit I was doing. You know what I mean? Like I was doing wild out shit. I was so fucking gassed, bro. And they called me one day and they're like, yo, Frank, we got bad news for you. I'm like, nah, chill, man. Don't give me no bad news. And they told me, they're like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, and the chick, she was mad cool. She's like, Frank, I really believe in you. You a star, I'm like, yeah, that's all cool. That's cool and shit. But, like, y'all just like fucking
just deflated you.
Shot me down, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Just shot me down. But, man, I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still here rocking,
Did any other opportunity? I'm sorry. Did any other opportunities from that situation?
Man, yeah, a bunch of people was hitting me, but I don't know, man. I don't know what it was, because everybody that hit me after that was telling me they couldn't fuck with me because of that situation. So I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Like and that's a weird business. That's a weird business. The shit that I went through, like going to Cali and being on 42nd at the MTV. It was just, there was a lot of like, there was So Frank, what kind of girls you like? And all, you know what I'm saying? All types of like damn, man, like, yo, what's going on here, man? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all can bleep all of that shit out, you know. I
we're
ain't trying to
good.
get nobody in trouble, man.
No, we're good. We're raw and uncut.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so
when you were doing all of that, did you have somebody that management, somebody that
I had, like I told you, bro, I fell
nothing?
into everything I do, man. Everything I've
Man.
done, I just fucking fell into it.
So you didn't even have anybody that was able
I
to
ain't had
guide you, like, yo,
I
this
still
isn't
ain't
it.
got no manager, man. Like
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing like that, man. It's just me. I got nobody, bro. It's just me. Like
You ever thought
just
you ever
me.
thought of taking some of those ideas and just kind of doing it yourself? Like, I mean, nowadays
Yo,
you
it's
could
just me, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you ever thought of like just kind of taping yourself,
Yeah.
like,
like I did get hyped for a minute after that because I'm like, oh shit, like damn, like yo, for real, like you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, word me, like yo,
yeah.
you know, it was like, so I started, but I don't know, man. I get discouraged, man. Like I get real discouraged because it's tough. Not, it's just tough, bro. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like being an artist is tough, and like. I go through that. I go through the artist shit, man. I go through the fucking artist shit.
You got dope shit, but you don't think it's dope, and
yeah. I mean, I think it's dope.
no, I know like a lot of artists go through that, right? They do a
you
painting and like, this is trash.
Yeah,
and somebody else is like, yo, I'll pay $1 million for it.
Nah, you know what I mean, man. Yeah, like basically, there's just this regular artist shit that what I'm saying, that you go through. Like bullshit. Right. Yeah.
You been into producing, like you said, all those years. At what point did you decide to start putting out beat tapes?
I think Taxi came out around 2013, 2012. First, there's like 3 presses of it, but I think the first one came out like 2012 or 2013. And not for nothing, man. I don't remember too many people putting out tapes before that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that's me just bigging myself up, but I don't remember too many people like doing the tape thing around that time. It was maybe just a couple people, So we was really early on with the tape thing,
right?
But yeah, I guess like 2013, Taxi came out. So I would say Taxi's like my first official project.
Okay. What kind of reaction did that get?
It didn't. I thought I was gonna fucking blow up, and that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen. It was like I was like, yeah, man. Because the whole concept behind it and shit. It's like, it's all fucking that one guy. That guy that sues everybody for sampling his shit. You know what I mean? It's all like unheard beats of his that I was like, yeah, man, this is next level, bro. Like, how's this not gonna hit, And then it was like, you know what I mean? That shit went triple. That shit went triple cardboard. You know what I mean? Nah. Let me keep it funky. It was for how many copies? We sold out all the copies. You know what I mean? Like to date, we did about maybe 300, 400. You know what I mean? And then we did 300 vinyl.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So I mean, but when you're looking at the world, how many fucking billion people are in the world, you match it to that. It's really kind of like, But I'm very proud. I'm proud of my work though. Like I'm proud of my work, man. Like I really am, man. And I like my shit. I like all the projects, man, because they're all thought of, man.
Talk to us a little bit about that creative process. Something like maybe at 84 Dr. K.
It's all my childhood. It's everything that I do, man. It's all a reflection of New York and my childhood. Like the music is that's everything.
Right.
Yeah. So that's basically all it is.
Right. What's the concept behind the Heavy Archives?
Heavy Archives, man. These are all beats that I was doing in my 20s. Like these are all old beats. the NEMS album is all old beats. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all old beats, bro. I got so much music here that not that I still make beats every day, you know, but I got so much like shit that I was like, I gotta start putting all this old shit out. Right. You know. So I was like heavy archives, you know. I took it from Axelrod, you know, Axelrod had heavy axe. So I was like, all right, we're gonna roll with this heavy archives, you know. Right. So that's what that is. It's all old shit, man. But it sounds great though. It's, you know, like I can't even tell. Sometimes I can't even tell because I was just doing a lot of things around that time, man. You know, I was living a lot of life around those times. You know, I was doing a lot of shit, and I would. Man, I had a era where I would just. I'd just lock in, man. I'd lock into the crib and cats hit me up like, yo, we going now, yo. Nah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. And I was just banging shit out, man. Like I had a record deal or something. Like, yeah. like I had like a deadline or something. Like I just knocking shit out. Like I had a deadline or something. I remember my man told me one time, he's like, yo, bro, you over here like you signed to Sony or some shit, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you know.
Well, you just mentioned NIMS though, right? So how did that come about?
Say what?
You just mentioned NIMS, working with NIMS.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Album? Yeah, no. I'm saying, how did that come about?
All right, with the whole TV thing, man, I wanted to get him involved, so we figured like, all right, yo, when we do this, we'll do an album, and we tour the album or whatever, and then my shit fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then fucking we still did the album, you know? And I didn't know it was gonna do what it did, you know, to be honest with you, you know. And
right.
Like I said, man, I've had some people tell me like, yeah, I fuck with that. And I was like, bro, you fuck with that for real? You know?
Were you guys together recording that?
Nah.
Like, did you have any sessions together? No.
Nah. I don't think it would have worked like that.
No.
Cause I'm everything. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like how that shit came out. Even like I was hearing shit before. Yo, like my favorite song on the album. I'm not gonna say which song it is, but my favorite song on the album before the mix down, I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I heard everything in its entirety, and I was like, damn. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, I got one.
Not bad.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I got one. You know? Yeah, so I got one. You know, I got one. You know?
Any plans on you guys doing any more projects in the future?
No, I think that was probably just like, you know what I mean? I think it's good being that, man. You know? Right. I think it's really good being that because that album's special, man. You know? That album's special, man. And I don't know. I don't think why like have a chance to fuck that up.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because like now, like there's a whole bunch of other shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, so like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even see where that would fit in right now, you know?
Right.
You know?
Right. Are you currently shopping your beats? You got people reaching out to you? Who are you currently working with?
I got some shit that I'm like trying to do. You know, I really don't want to talk about it though. You know, like because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to.
You don't want to put it out there.
Something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep it under wraps. But I got I do got what you call it. I do got my new project is gonna be the Late Show, David Letterman. That's done. You know what I'm saying? We're getting that pressed out. We're getting that pressed on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Heavy Archives 8.
Yeah.
So that's already like, you know what I mean?
That you mentioned Heavy Archives 8.
Yeah.
That's out. Is out now or is about to come out?
Oh no. I'm like, that's what I'm working on right now.
That's what. Okay. Because
Yeah,
I know I
it's
saw
like
7.
it's finished. I'm just putting like the sprinkles on top of it.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man. Heavy Archives, man. Like I've had so much music, and I was thinking like, damn, what am I gonna do with all of this shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and then I figured that out. You know, like yeah. But this new situation I got going on with this David Letterman project, there's gonna be like a couple. There's gonna be a couple other 45s that's gonna come out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do secret archives too. You know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be like a spin-off to Heavy R. It's gonna be like secret archives.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so we got that. Then I'm in Cali next month. I got a couple, I've been rolling with these shows, man. Like they just been.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you. You had a show not that long ago in Brooklyn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh man, it was great, man.
Felt good being in Brooklyn performing.
Yo, it was great, man. Yo, nah, for real, man. It was great, man. Everybody did their thing. I did my thing, packed house. It's always better on packed house, instead of like 5 people, like, you know what I'm saying, looking at you, But yeah. So
That's
I'm
dope,
back.
man.
I'm back out in Cali in November. I got Soho House and then Gold Line.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Those are 2 pretty,
good
spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm just jumping into shit, man. Like
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
Anything outside of music? Any other avenues that you are looking to pursue?
Not really, man. I don't really care about if I'm on some shit like if it happens, it happens. I'm really not looking to be on no soap opera or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
No Jazzsoon weed strain out there.
Yeah, nah. No Jazzsoon packs. You know what I mean? Nah. I mean, if it comes, you know what I'm saying, and there'd probably be money with it. I'd do I'd do one of them shits, but yeah, I ain't trying to have my own weed strain and shit like that. I don't really care about that shit. I'm about the beats, man. I'm about these beats, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm about these beats, man.
If there's anybody that you could work with, maybe 2 MCs that would reach out and try to get some production, who would you say those top 2 MCs that you would love to work with?
Man, I don't want to say nobody's name, man. I don't want to do that, man. I'm from like that, from that era, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I got
feel me? Like,
I got you.
No disrespect. No, like,
yeah.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit might happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit actually might happen, and then like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
Nah, it's cool.
But yeah.
Dope.
What was I say? So all the Heavy Archives, you mentioned Taxi, all of that, I know was on your Bandcamp. That's the main spot to go.
Yeah, all my music's on my Bandcamp. Also, I got a couple physical copies in the stash. Like there's a lot of shit that's sold out, But oh yeah, man. Like I also did a tape called Sex Tape.
Yeah.
Sex tape.
Like
Beastie,
yeah, man.
Beastie Brown.
Yeah, man. Like every tape is like there's a concept behind it. It's not just like, it's just not just like some put together shit. Like
Right.
And that's my main thing. Like that's why I thought like with the Taxi shit, I was like, yo,
that was it.
This is gonna be the next level shit, man. But hey, man,
So what about the was it the 10 Stigwood Avenue, Brooklyn Heights?
Oh, that's fucking the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
so see, now the thing is, it's like I'm not. All right, whatever project I do, the beats are coming off of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Taxi, all the beats came off of the little scene, the music that they play in the scene switches.
Right. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't come off record. Like I actually, so like boom, everything that came off of the show itself.
The show
Everything
itself,
from the Cosby shit came off the show itself.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a
like
concept.
sex tape came off of old pornos. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some science going on over here, man. You know what I mean? There's some real science going on over here, man. But I don't know. You know, like.
They're not catching it yet.
They're gonna get it.
They're gonna get it now.
They're gonna get it.
They're gonna get it.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it now, man. That's
dope,
man.
Like 20 years from now, I'll be like, I have like a documentary on Netflix. You know what I mean? I'll be up in here with the cane and shit. The shit will be all white. The beard will be all white by then. You know, like by then I stop shaving it, so it's gonna be like Rip Van Winkle status. You know? Yeah.
Oh man, no, that's dope, man. So okay, so Heavy Archives 8 is on the way.
Heavy Archives 8 is on the way,
and you got a bunch of other stuff in the works. So hopefully, at some point down the line, we can connect again after some of these other projects.
Oh yeah,
said and done, and we could catch up on that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, if people do, come across beats that they heard that are from you and actually want to get at you for beats, is that possible? Like, where can they hit you?
I'm real picky, man. I don't really care about working with too many people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
the thing is like, they say like people that do beats, they need somebody to rhyme over their shit, right? I don't need that shit. It's cool. I'll do it if it makes sense and it sounds good. Like the Nems album's fucking great. You know what I mean? Like it's a great album. We did what we were supposed to do. Right. But just to hit somebody up, like, yo, right now, and I'm not dissing on it, man. It's a great thing. It's a great thing because this is what the jazz guys was doing back in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. It's collab culture right now. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to collab just for the sake of just collabing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I want it. I'm real about the music, man. I'm really real about the music. You know what I mean? Right. Like like I go to sleep with this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like stuffed animal. You know, like I go to sleep with this shit. Like for real, I'm serious. You know, like this shit means a lot to me, bro. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who gave the name Jazzsoon? Where did that come about?
Jazzy Spiff out on 9th Street. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Man, this is something to everything. You know what I mean? Okay. There's something to everything. You know, it's not just
okay.
Yeah. Nice. It's not just like, oh, that sounds good. You know. And then my grandfather used to put the Sassoon gel in his head, so that's another thing. On 9th Street. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
Nice, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's no weak links in the chain, man. You know,
everything connects somehow.
Yeah, man.
Got you, man. So listen, man. Just let everybody know if they want to keep up with you, just to see what you're doing and what you're up to. Where can they follow you at with your social media and stuff like that?
Basically, man, I got a YouTube. I really don't post much shit on there, but I do, and I will. You know what I mean? And if I do, it's gonna be worth checking out. So you can check that shit out. But I'll be the most frequent I'm on social media is probably on Instagram. So it's at Jazzsoon, JAZZSOON. Boom, right there. Right there. You know, it's right there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Press the button right there. You know? And you right there, you get everything you want. Got a link in the bio and all. It might be a link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? You go bio something at the link in the bio and all of that. But what else? I'm always working on something. There's always gonna be some. I'm always gonna be putting something out. You know, so stay tuned for that.
Yo, do you still have? You know what I used to enjoy watching, man? You and I saw you do it with that truth a couple of times when you would go around with the microphone, bro, and you were doing all that.
You know, he found that microphone at the Salvation Army. We was at the Salvation Army one day, and he found that microphone. I gotta give him his props. He's the one that
found the mic. Oh, yo, but don't see. That's what I know. This guy, man, like you need like your own show, man. I know you're not into whatever, but and I know time it's the moment or whatever. Yeah. Yo, you're a funny dude, man.
Yo, good looking out, man. Good looking out, man. Hey,
you need either your own show or a cartoon, something, man.
Yeah. They say I'm animated.
Something, man.
Yeah. People say I'm animated. You know what I mean?
You got dope energy, man. Good energy, man. Listen, Jazz, thank you for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. We wish you all the success and just keep being you, man.
Hey man, look, I appreciate y'all.
Love it.
I appreciate y'all fucking
for real
giving me some light.
Absolutely.
Really do. Yeah,
absolutely.
100%, man.
Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Please do, man. Please do. Everybody, make sure check out the Bandcamp. Check out all the projects that he has on there already, and everything that'll be coming out soon. That's on his Bandcamp, right? That Jazzsoon on Bandcamp.
Yeah, right? Same shit. Yeah,
Make
same
sure
shit.
To check that out. Support, buy something, and I would like to get maybe we get a signed vinyl, man. It's something that you got.
Oh God, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hit you. Send me the Cash App, whatever.
Without a doubt. PayPal, you know what I mean?
PayPal, something. Seriously, love to have one, man. All right. Once again, everybody, that's my partner, the General Sincere. It's me, Uncle E. That's Jazzsoon. And thank you for joining us on Changing the Hip Hop Gods. Make sure to subscribe for all more great content coming your way. Peace.